So we're here with Jason Delong from Need for Speed The Run. So tell us a bit about it. I mean, Hot Pursuit was a bit more of a sort of arcade kind of style, and this seems like it's a bit more of a racing sim. So is that fair to say?
I wouldn't say we're a simulation. Really, what we're trying to do with the run is to tell a story. Really, at Black Box in Vancouver, who's done some of the other Need for Speeds, we've done Underground, Most Wanted. We always had sort of a narrative woven into the games, but we've never been able to tell the story in a way that we really wanted to. So this year with the run, we've actually moved to Frostbite 2. And we're telling the story of Jack. Jack is a kind of a shady character from our character with a shady past, shall we say, who ends up in this cross-country race across America. So he basically has to get from San Francisco to New York ahead of 200 other racers to get the money that is needed to basically get himself out of trouble.
Right, and we had a bit of a go on the alpha version of the game, and in that I noticed there's a bit of like trial and error sort of gameplay. So in the final build, is that going to be like with the that avalanche level where rocks are falling and things like that? Is that going to be a bit more variable in the final build, or is it pretty much how it is now and you've just got final touches to add?
Well, the avalanche level that we're showing here at Gamescom is, in the context of the entire race, is one of our biggest action beat levels, and it's like a boss battle. It's near the end of a stage. So 90% of the game is just flat out open racing across the U.S. against hundreds of other racers. The level we're showing here is definitely one of our kind of more memorable key action beats, and dodging rocks and things like that. It's meant to be kind of a unique gameplay experience within the run. It's the exception, not the rule, in terms of our racing experience.
Right, yeah. And you touched on it before about the Frostbite engine. I mean, what has that allowed you guys to do in terms of this game, and what is it taking it up a level from previous Need for Speed games?
I mean, Frostbite is just an incredible engine, and the fact that we could partner with DICE on getting our racing handling and physics into the engine has just been fantastic. So for us, it came down to wanting to tell a story in an effective way and tell a big Hollywood action blockbuster story. So we want things like amazing visual effects, world destruction, things like avalanches, for example. Having incredible looking characters in the game for the first time, having amazing looking visuals, and really on the other side of it, Frostbite is such a great tool for developers to use that we were able to create more content than we ever have before. We've got over 300 kilometers of track in the game, which is more than 3 times we've had in any previous Need for Speed, because we really wanted to sell that journey of the U.S. Starting in San Francisco and going along through the highways, through the hills, through Yosemite Park, into the deserts, into the forests, into the snowy mountaintops of the Rocky Mountains, through the plains and onto Chicago. The idea being that the U.S. is just an incredible diversity of terrain, and the fact that we can recreate it quite faithfully and really sell the concept of this epic journey in this race is really exciting.
And what about some of the cars that are in this Need for Speed?
Need for Speed, obviously, cars come first and foremost, and we've got over 50 cars in the game, a wide variety of cars from the classic American muscle to the import tuners to things like the exotic supercars. You'll see the Lamborghini Aventador, which is the brand new Lamborghini. We've actually got it on the show floor here at Gamescom. Incredible machine, obviously. We've got the 2012 Porsche 911. It hasn't even been unveiled to the public yet. You're going to be able to drive that in the run. And the car list is extensive. We've got, the Ford Shelby Super Snake GT500. We've got, you name it. It's in there. BMW M3 GTS. We've got a wide variety of cars, so we're really excited about our car list.
All right, cool. And then where do you feel the run ranks in terms of the Need for Speed franchise?
Well, I think it's definitely the most cinematic, action-oriented Need for Speed we've done so far. Players are they're gonna go on a journey. They're gonna feel like they've played a Hollywood blockbuster movie. But first and foremost, incredible racing. Our handling is just second to none as far as I'm concerned. We've got just an amazing feeling game right now. It's kind of a blend of an arcade with a little bit of simulation in there. It's easy for a novice player to pick it up and get control of these cars, but for those expert drivers that really want to execute a perfect drift or shave a couple hundreds of a second off, there's a lot of depth and complexity to the handling as well.
Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you very much. All right.